Well, would you look at that? A video on this channel. It's been a while. A video about this card game. Even less likely. Yet it happened. A card managed to draw enough attention for me deem it worth to talk about. What is this card? It's a card called Bestial Dispater. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what Bestials even are. I haven't been actively checking this game that much. I was just curious to see if Infernity is dead in the water without me, or RDA for that sake, and yes, they basically are. Besides me, there's nobody really in the TCG that can build those decks. Regardless, I saw this card pop up in my Twitter feed. It looked interesting, you know. Art-wise, it actually looks quite sick. Some kind of eldritch horror thing. Dark Synchro, that's a high level. That's interesting. Ah, a Dark Dragon Synchro effect monster. What does this mean? Potentially, if it's good, Red Dragon Archfiend can have a new key piece. Because with Red Dragon Archfiend, you have two meaningful interrupts, as everyone knows. Potentially three with Void Ogre, but that requires a handless combo. Regardless, one could perhaps summon Abyss, which is a single Omni Negate that's very good. Well, basically an Omni Negate. One can run this, and you have Supernova, which, especially without our boy Gale's Ruler, well, it's basically impossible. Something interesting to note that in the OCG, Gale's Ruler is still legal. So, if you want to do a request for the OCG, suddenly you can use this card to combine with this, which becomes very disgusting once you actually look at the effects. So level 10 Dark Dragon Synchro effect monster, okay. 6 stats, 2d5 for the attack and defense. People might say stats don't matter, they actually kind of do. And these are good stats. Materials. A tuner and a non-tuner dragon monster. Okay, that's very easy to pull off in a lot of decks. Red Dragon Archfiend can do this. But another card came to mind. Wait, level 10. So with level 1 tuner, you can just go into this. From a level 9. Trishula. Infernity can, as a matter of fact, use Avenger or a Wildcat that banish the level 2 monster. Actually, I gotta look up Wildcat now. For the wording. I mean, I don't use this level manipulation often. I believe if you banish a high enough level monster, this will just become level 1 anyway. And this is your level 1 tuner then, so still no real, you can just run this and or Beetle, depending on your combo. Regardless. Yeah, there's a few ways to go to this within Infernity. If the effects are good, this is definitely summonable in those decks and potentially others. So what does this card do? Well, there's two effects, and each of the effects can be used once per turn, but you can use both effects in a turn. Okay, let's see. First effect, can target a banished light or dark monster, special summon it to your field. That reminds me of a combo you used to do. Wait, I do. 100 Ice Dragon, fetch Mirage. Oh, your Mirage is now banished. I can use Levier, or I can use this piece to bring back your Mirage. Which in returns gives you this interrupt. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quickie, you can target the banished card, shuffle it into the deck, then if it was your card, destroy the monster that your opponent activates. And if it's your opponent's card that you shuffle back, well, you can even negate the effect. Let's assume it's just this. It's a decent interrupt on top of something that can extend. For RDA, this is however pretty huge. Yeah, this is just huge. It's an additional interrupt to the deck that lacks interrupts. This ability can reset a Gale's Ruler that banished itself to get 2 or more revives in the following turn, or well, you bring it back to the field, they get revived again in the following turn. You get what I'm talking about, right? But this is interesting. This is in a core set. Return of the Reaper is coming. 2 launchers for Infernity in the OCG. Trishula isn't that one, is it? Oh, it's unlimited. That might have been a mistake. So you can make multiple Trishulas, go into this at some point, and yeah, just do crazy stuff. another deck that could do this, at least in the OCG, TCG has issues with no Chaos Ruler, is Synchron bullshit, whatever they call that deck. But yeah. Trishula can go into this, bring back the Mirage. Infernity combo from there. This is an Infernity extender. It's an RDA card. Can it be applied in other decks? Probably. Because this is quite diverse. No level restrictions or anything on the first effect. The second effect is an interrupt, which might not be the biggest, but it's an interrupt nonetheless. This is interesting. Do I propose that somehow this change everything or something? No, I do not. Not crazy. But this will be a game changer perhaps for Infernity, specifically Infernity. These combos might be disgusting enough with 2 launchers to make Infernity a somewhat rogue threat. I mean, you don't need to run any barriers, you don't need to run breaks. The deck will be somewhat consistent. If somebody makes a good build. Which, we all know, nobody does, because I stopped building the decks. But yeah, this card's insane. It might single-handedly make Infernity relevant again. It's very good in RDA as well. Just need somebody to actually play those decks. And besides me, I don't know anyone who does that, so yeah. Good card. Time will tell if it will be used to its full potential. And no, this doesn't mean jack shit. I just made this one review. Don't get too excited.